Hey y'all, what is up with you? It's Miss Hip Hop, aka Queen Star, from Speak Your Mind Radio. And I'm talking a little low right now because I'm outside, but I want to talk about mask wearing. I feel it's my duty as a citizen of the United States to talk about this topic of mask wearing, and I hope you all could hear me. Okay, listen to me. So, if you haven't heard in the news, the CDC had abruptly announced the other day that now people in the city, outside the city, can drop their masks now. And it's a bit confusing because just a couple of days before they made that announcement, they wanted people to continue social distancing, wear your mask. Like here in Chicago, we are in phase 4 of reopening, which means there's more people in a public setting, such as a restaurant. You know, my thing is, how can you say that it's okay to drop your mask now, especially if you've been vaccinated, when there's so many people that have not been vaccinated? And how can you sit in a restaurant breathing in that same toxicity, that air from the people that have not been vaccinated, and you're eating your food? That means you have to lower your mask to eat, right? So it just doesn't make any real sense to me, because it feels like the CDC have been pressured by the public to quote unquote normalize things again. That's not normal. You can't tell me one day, oh, practice social distancing and have your mask up, and then the very next day, then the same week, you're gonna say, oh, well, if you've been vaccinated, you can go in public areas and do this, that, and the third. Okay, so what about the people again that have not been vaccinated? You can't look at someone and tell if they're vaccinated or not. But the whole point of this conversation is continue to wear your mask anyway. Do the right thing. Why? Well, here's one thing. They're not really discussing the new variants out there. The one in the UK, the one in Brazil. Let's not forget the black fungi that's in India. They're literally pushing their dead bodies into the river. That's an ecosystem problem right there, because already a poor nation of people, they get little to no Medicare, really. You know what I'm saying? So the water there is contaminated with the virus and stuff on top of other stuff. So COVID is not like last year when COVID was. Those vaccines were for that too. However, this new black fungi, they had found the first case in Arizona not too long ago. The receptors of that virus is kicking ass. It really is. And that's why it doesn't make any sense that the CDC sit up here and say, oh, lower your mask, da, 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 da. Okay. But we're still not having a discussion about the other variants. This is a global pandemic. This is not a Chicago pandemic. This is not an Ohio pandemic. This is not an Arizona pandemic. It's global, which means it's everywhere. So here's the lightning part about all of this. We're living in an era where you can no longer rely on the person with the PhD to tell you, oh, Mrs. So-and-so or Mr. So-and-so, you're supposed to take this and that. Oh, don't take that. Don't mix this medication with that medication because blah, 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 blah. They're not telling you that anymore, because actually people seem like they don't care. And so since people don't care, and you can tell they don't care by the amount of people walking around that have not been vaccinated. And let me tell you about that too. It's some people that cannot take the vaccine. I get that. Some people with compromised immune systems. There's some people walking around that don't even know what their immune system look like. So you have people that have been vaccinated fully, 2 shots, And then you have people that have been walking around that's only been vaccinated once, one shot. Then you have people walking around that haven't been vaccinated at all. Let's talk about those people. Those people, they say, I'm not taking the vaccine because somebody else said they're not taking the vaccine. That's not a good enough reason why you're not evolving yourself, practicing self-knowledge as to why you don't want to take the vaccine. You're basing your theories off of conspiracy theories. That's it. It holds no weight in any conversation except for an emotion of you getting mad or something like that. That's out the window. If we're not talking straight facts, then we ain't talking about nothing at all. So, do your part. Tell a friend to get vaccinated. And here's a little advice for the CDC. If you're that so much pressured by the public, then maybe you should offer an incentive for more people, more Americans to become vaccinated. Such as, hey, you guys want to enjoy your favorite Raptors game? You know what I'm saying? You want to sit in the stands and yell and scream again? Get vaccinated. Stop taking a risk to go out in these streets with other people that you don't know their background and risk getting infected. Okay? Let's talk about the people that have been vaccinated. Now, this is going to sound a little strange too, but the CDC could, if you're going to say drop your mask, don't tell everybody to drop their mask. Incentive again, okay, for those people that have been vaccinated, you can now join in public settings of more than 50 people or 25 people, however they're doing it in their region or their territory or whatever, give an incentive to people. Let's take it back to like saying, okay, if you want to fly, there's a plane flying over me now. If you want to fly, present your vaccination card, because it doesn't make any sense for people that have been vaccinated, haven't been vaccinated on one aircraft. I don't care if the circulation in the airplane is rotating backwards. There has to be some type of boundary. Every human being has a boundary. If you don't have a boundary, then we ain't talking nothing. That means I'm free to walk all over you if I want to, right? Right. So essentially what I'm feeling and seeing is that the public is trying to walk all over the CDC because people get tired. I get it. But again, it is your duty, whether you believe it or not, to protect yourself and to protect others. If you protect yourself, then your cup is overfilled to protect other people too. You understand what I'm saying? Do your part. Be cautious. Live your life. Don't go out there just to seek to die. I mean, everybody's going to die. I get it. Ooh, right. But while we're in the process, don't try to take out other people's lives while you're trying to sit there and take out your own. That's not fair. It's just not fair at all. So here's another exclusive update I want to bring, or whatever you want to call it. Now, they just released a vaccine for kids between the ages of 9 to 12, I believe. And y'all, I get it. I swear I freaking get it. There are reasons why some people aren't taking the vaccine, but it's like I said before, it's not a good enough reason for you to say, oh, well, so-and-so ain't take it, or well, your makeup, your DNA makeup is different from so-and-so. Maybe so-and-so has a compromised immune system that they do know about. Maybe they have some type of, what do you call it? Maybe they have MS. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't suggest somebody with MS to take the vaccine. I mean, I'm just saying, well, let's go back to the kids though. So the vaccination that came out for the kids, the Pfizer vaccination, I'm not sure if you should just right away go jump into it. I feel like the schools and these public areas should be closed a little bit longer, because the reason why we're in this situation again, a second year, is because we didn't follow the regulations and the rules in the first place. So this is a reset button. If you haven't been vaccinated, whether you're a child or an adult, it's a place for you to reset yourself and say, you know what? Everybody needs to become vaccinated, because over a period of time, people have dropped off from being vaccinated. From the smallpox to this coronavirus, so to speak, that has now doubled into something else. Okay? You have to just keep it over time. It just made a mess of things. You're not trying the same thing over and over again. You're supposed to do things differently, but now it's time to reset the button and practice what you preach. Do your research. So now when someone comes up to you and say, hey, did you take the vaccine? No. Oh, why not? Oh, well, because my blood cells are low, or my blood plates are low, or something like that. You won't hear nobody say that because they ain't doing no research. You feel me? Come on, man. You can't just say, now, how does it sound? Hey, did you take your vaccine? Nah. Why not? Because Facebook said not to, or so-and-so said it was contagious, or it's got some type of illegal substance in it. What's the illegal substance then? Tell me so I can know. And then I can go look it up. I'm not just passing on false information to people. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually building a rebuttal here. I'm actually building a case here, a conversation starter. Tell me, what is it? But anyway, like I said, if you've already done your part as a American United States citizen, good. Now use this and combine the two and tell other people that you do know, the people that trust you, people that know who you are, people that can see a difference that in taking the vaccine during this time that we're living in. That's the best bet. Be your own activist. You don't have to tell the whole world if you don't want to. Just tell your family, tell your friends. You know what I'm saying? If you're having a conversation about it, talk about it. Don't just pretend like it's not happening, because here's the thing. Eventually, there's going to be a vaccination that everybody just has to take eventually. You ain't got to take it all this year, but we're trying. The goal is to immune herd. Here, I said it wrong. We're trying to get everybody vaccinated, y'all, so we can get past this. This is a part of life now. There is no more normalcy. The norm is to teach yourself self-knowledge. Okay, that's all I gotta say. I just had to get that off my chest, because these just everything I'm listening to is just crazy. It's just freaking crazy, y'all. It's just like ass backwards. There, I said it. I'm serious. All right. Okay, I'm about to go. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in to Speak Your Mind Radio. I love y'all so much. And the reason why I love you is because I love myself. That's how you know. When somebody cares about themselves, then you know they care about other people. Let's go. Don't check me on my YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That's the only place you're going to see it. Okay? Then you're going to check me out on Spotify for the audio, iHeartRadio, and everything else. Just Speak Your Mind Radio. I love you guys so much, and have a blessing and full of joyous day. Okay? I'm gonna put my mask back on because I gotta head back in. Peace.